Good morning. So, my name's Katie, for anyone that doesn't know me, and welcome to Thursday's Sunrise Flow. Think about it, because I don't know if I'm the only one that still doesn't know what day of the week it is. But yeah, so we're going to start in a comfortable seat, whatever it is that you find comfortable. So for me, this morning, I'm going to start with my legs crossed, but that could be different for you. You could have your legs extended, you could have your knees bent, sitting upon your heels. Wherever it is that you can feel most comfortable. Maybe you need to add props to your practice by elevating your hips with pillows, blankets, blocks, anything that will assist you. And then we're going to just settle in here. We're going to root ourselves to the ground. And once I sit here, I move to flush away from my sits bones, really allowing myself to once again ground down. And in my mind, I imagine myself growing roots into the ground, deep into the earth. And then as they continue to grow, I feel myself attaching to the earth, really rooting down. And through my roots, I can start to feel myself gain Earth's energies. And now this may be something you want to add into your imagination. Maybe you just want to sit here in stillness, whatever it may be. Just begin to find yourself here in this place. Feeling the body slow down. Feeling the breath start to slow down. And feeling the heart rate begin to slow with it. Breathing in and out through the nose. Starting to take in every sensation about each moment. Maybe it's any sounds you hear, any feelings deep in the body, anything kissing the skin, whether it's tension or good vibes, mental clarity or clutter, feel it all. Feel everything about each moment, sense, tastes, and then breathe it away. With your next breath, you're taking in the next moment. And that's how we make our way through our days. That's how we make our way through our lives, is breath by breath, moment by moment, knowing that something about each breath, something about each moment is completely different than the one before, and completely different than the one after. So remind yourself, maybe take that in, that if you start to feel stuck, start to get overwhelmed, know that the next moment can be completely different. It just takes a breath. And now let's begin to draw some more attention to our breath. So not only are we focused on the moment, but we're focusing more on our breath that is our anchor to the present moment. So on the inhale, breathe in through the nose and allow the breath to flow into the belly first. Then let it flow up through the ribs and finally the chest. On the exhale, releasing from the chest first, then the ribs, and finally the belly. So you feel this fluid breath, this fluid motion of belly, ribs, and chest. Chest, ribs, belly. So you can feel that physical motion of the belly, the ribs, and the chest rising and falling. You feel your breath. You feel each inhale. You feel each exhale. And now begin to notice how your mind is starting to clear because you're focusing upon your breath. You're focusing on what's happening here and now. Reminding ourselves that the breath is the anchor to here and to now. It allows us to release anxieties. It allows us to release worries, thoughts of the past, and it lets us just be. As we continue to breathe, see if you could soften any physical tension. So maybe your shoulders are starting to shrug, maybe your jaw is clenching. Inhale. And on the exhale, see if you can soften any of that superficial physical tension. And if your legs aren't crossed, please bring them to a seated position if that could be comfortable for you. Place your palms down, hands on your knees. On your inhale, we're going to do some seated cow and cat. So on the inhale, press your chest slightly forward. The heart's going to open. The collarbones are going to separate. Your gaze can turn slightly up. It's early, so don't force it. On the exhale, begin to round the spine, tucking your tail under, chin towards your chest. Inhale, press forward. Maybe a light press on those knees. Shoulders are down and back. Opening up through that throat. Your third eye is beaming up. Exhale, pressing your spine back as you round. And now you can continue to stay with these seated cow and cats. Or if there's any movements that are calling you. So maybe you want to flow into a little spiral or circling up the ribs. So maybe you come forward, and we're going to do the same thing, but your ribs are coming to one side and then around the back to the other and out front. Whatever it may be, or maybe you just want to stay with that seated cow and cat. Completely up to you. And nothing says that one thing is better than the other, except for your body. Your body is going to tell you what it wants and what's better for it. And if you're making those circles, start to reverse the direction. Still moving with your breath, feeling each inhale, feeling each exhale. And then begin to find yourself to center with a flat back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Connect at the palms, lower your hands down to the heart. Take a moment here and just set an intention for yourself. Set an intention for the practice ahead. What are you looking to get out of today? Where would you like it to lead you? Breathe into that intention and set it within your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over. So we're going to move with breath and movement. Inhale, come up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm over. So we're just going to continue to flow with the breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling over. And once again, reminding yourself that your breath may be different speed than mine. So you flow with your inhale, your exhale, or you can stay with me if it feels comfortable. We'll eventually pause, but we're just warming up through those muscles. On the next time your left hand comes down, right arm over, pause. So as you pause, check your hips. You're not leaning. Both hips stay connected to the earth. Your heart is open to the side, so you could look under your arm and see the sky, but you don't need to keep your gaze there if that's not comfortable. Your left shoulder is down and away, and you're really reaching long through that right. So you feel the stretch starting at the hip, through the side body. So you're stretching all through your intercostal, which are muscles between your ribs, all the way out of the fingertips. Deep breaths. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to the other side. We're going to pause so that right shoulder stays down and away. You're going to keeping that shoulder open, feeling that stretch from the hip through the side body all the way out of the fingertips. Inhale, let's float the arms up. On the exhale, begin to make your way forward. We're coming to a tabletop position. So shoulders are going to be right upon those wrists, hips upon the knees, neutral spine to begin. Let's flow through a couple more cow and cats here in a table. So shoulders down, belly falls, heart and tail lift, exhale around. So we're going to do about 6 of these. Just really warming up through that back. And once you've made your way through your 6, pause yourself at a flat back. And remind yourself that don't worry about how fast you're breathing. If I'm practicing alone, my breath is really slow. So don't feel like you need to catch on and move your body in ways that are unnatural. All right, so finding yourself back in that table, if you finished your 6, we're going to bring the right knee in line with the right hip, pointing your toes. So no belly dropping here. We want to keep those hips as square as we can. We're going to make some hip circles. So right knee out to the right elbow or shoulder, drop it down to a hover to meet the other knee, and then back up. So we're going to do 5 of those. Holding it on the, holding the knee up on the 5th right here. And now we're going to reverse direction. So bring it down to a hover, out to the side, rotate it back. So once again, we're doing 5 of those. So this is going to be 2. 3. Notice any tension that you may hold in your hips. 4. On the last one, hold it up. Draw that right knee into chest and plant the right foot down. So you're going to have that slight tilt forward in the hip. Right knee stacks upon that right ankle. And here we're going to end up working on our twist. So walk that right foot out to the side slightly so you can bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. So we have a wider stance, almost, this is a high lizard. Well, this is a lizard, sorry. If you need props to bring your hands to you, one day I won't mess up my words. If you need props to bring the floor to you, please take that. So we're going to take a couple of opening and closing and a side twist. So on the inhale here, exhale, twist, bring the right arm up. Inhale down. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time, hold in your twist. And you could stay here. You can take your right hand to the right thigh and open up through that hip, but check your back knee. So we don't want to be opening, dropping that left hip. We want that left hip still square. All 5 toenails are connected to the earth. Your knee is square. You can rotate to the outer edge of that right foot if that feels good. Just feeling that stretch in the outer hip. So if you took Tuesday's class, there was a good hamstring focus. Today we're going to have a good hip focus. Bring that knee up and in, heel toe it, plant your hands, send the right knee back and down. So adjust yourself to be in your table. Maybe you roll out your wrists a little. We're going to do those hip circles on the other side. So bring the left knee in line with the left hip. So once again, we're not opening and our back is nice and flat. So no dipping here. Keep it strong, navel towards your spine. Bring that left knee out to the left shoulder or elbow. Drop it down to a hover and back. So we're going to do a total of 5. Let's reverse the direction. So bring that knee into the other knee, out to the side, and rotate it back. This is 3, 4, 5. Now bring that left knee into chest and plant that left foot down. Get that slight tilt forward and making sure that your left knee is on top of your left ankle. You could heel toe it out to the side. Left hand comes to the inside. Checking your right knee. The knee is square. You're not rotating to one side and all toenails are connected. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. Peel the left fingers up. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, holding it up. You could stay here with your left hand up. You could take your left hand to your left hip, gently pushing it out. But as you do that, make sure you're not rotating into that right leg. We want to keep those hips square, the knee square. Bringing that knee in, heel toe that foot in, send the left knee back and drop it down. Walking your hands up, or maybe they're already a little bit in front of your shoulders. Curl the toes, pike the hips, find yourself in a down dog. Walking out your legs here, bend one knee and then the other. Shoulders are away from the ears. Feeling that back body awaken some more. Now start to walk your feet up to meet the hands. Finding a ragdoll here, so nice bend to the knees as the top half hangs over the bottom half. You could sway side to side, rock heel to toe, letting everything go. Noticing if any chatter is trying to return to the mind, it's okay, but let's start to release it. Coming back to center, begin to roll all the way up. Coming to a standing position, feet are right under those hips. Lift your toes up, spread them wide. Look down in between your toes, see if you can see your mat. And slowly, with awareness, drop one toe down at a time. Feel your foot fully connected to the earth. Engage those leg muscles. Hips have a nice tilt forward. Core is strong. Shoulders are down. Palms by your side. Length through your crown. Chin stays parallel to the floor as you close your eyes to Tadasana, your mountain stance. Feel the strength in your pose here. Feel your mountain within. Feel the strength that comes with it. Feel the peace that comes with it. And feel how the two can be connected as one. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back. Dropping the knees, releasing to the tops of your feet, shoulders on top of the wrists. Hug the elbows by your side as you lower all the way down. Bring the hands down just a hair so that they're at the upper ribs. Feet are connected down. Thighs press down. Elbows squeeze in. Shoulders roll back. Feel your back body engage as you peel the chest ever so slightly off the ground. Gaze stays down the bridge of your nose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale into a table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the right toes to the sky. Turn around, actually. So keeping your hips square to start. Just feel the lengthening here. So again, we're not opening up just yet. Feel your fingertips press down into the earth. And now open up to the side. But as we open up, keep your shoulders square. So lifting those toes as high as you can. Just hold. Feel those fingertips press in. Now start to rock forward. Bring that right knee into chest. Look in between your hands and plant the right foot down. Rotating onto the back heel, the toes are going to turn into a 45-degree. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pinwheel that right arm behind. Left arm behind, right arm is out front. So we're in a warrior two. Right knee in line with that right ankle or a little bit behind, but never in front. Right knee stays open towards your pinky toe, feeling that beautiful stretch on the inner thigh. Hips tuck under. You are long from root to crown. Take your arms, float them out long if they're not already. Roll those shoulders back and down, and breathe. On the inhale, flip the palms, sweep the arms up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. This time, inhale, sweep it up. So both arms and legs are straight. Turn your toes to the corners of your mat and sink it down into your goddess. So the knees are going to bend, the hips tuck under, the arms float out to cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, up. This time, hold in your goddess. Hips tuck under. You're strong, feeling that beautiful stretch here in both inner thighs. Shoulders are down. So if you've taken my class, you know that I tell you there's two ways that you could hold your hands: facing yourself, containing your energy, or sharing your energy with others. Now, never feel like you are a bad person if you have to contain your energy. We have to heal ourselves and keep our own energy, or else we have nothing to give other people. So listen to yourself. Know your limitations. Respect your limitations. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Now turn your left toes to the back of the mat. Right toes turn in. Exhale, lower down into your warrior two on this side. You may need to make adjustments. Inhale, up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, up. Exhale, warrior two. Hold here just for a breath. Inhale, float the arms up. Turn your toes to the corners of your mat. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, feel how with the movement we're able to sink a little bit lower. We're going to do this one more time to each side. Inhale, up. So turn your left toes in, right toes turn out. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, up. Turn your toes to the corners of your mat.
Exhale, goddess. Inhale up. If you've noticed or you can hear me, I've moved on to my Ujjayi breath. So I start to have that slight constriction in the back of my throat. Inhale up. Left toes turn, right toes in. Exhale, warrior two. It adds a slight vibration, a slight warming, but it also helps keep me centered when things get challenging. Taking it all in. Inhale, turn the toes. We're going to do 3 more goddess. Hold here, just for a breath. Inhale, hold up. Take your hands to your hips, release those shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. So first, find yourself to a flat back, feeling that stretch in your hamstrings. You could stay here. You could take your hands down to the earth, maybe to some props. Just holding. And now walk yourself over towards your right side or left side. We're going to do both sides, so whatever it is. We're going to send our hip behind our right heel. So if you need to pop up onto your toes, that's okay. Your left heel is going to be down, toes up. Just holding here. Chest is lifted, getting a nice stretch once again through that inner thigh. If you want to play with your balance, one hand to your heart and then the other. If you find that your knee is far out and that's not comfortable, take your right foot out a little bit further. You're going to notice that this is a deeper stretch. So notice how my knee is not beyond my toes. Inhale, we're going to come up through center, and let's send that hip behind the other ankle. So you could start in one way, just to find yourself where you need to be, and then make adjustments. If you're playing with that balance, you could lift one arm and then the other. Trying to stay long through your crown and honor the differences from side to side. Inhale, come up, hold yourself. Maybe you grab the outsides of those ankles, holding down. Inhale, come to a flat back, heel toe your feet in. Knees bend as you start to roll all the way up. So you can make your way to the top of your mat if you'd like, or you could just stay where you are. And we're going to play with a balancing pose. So ground through your right foot. Begin to connect to your drishti, that's your focal point. Take your left foot and bring it on top of the right knee. Make a figure 4. So we're not in a tree pose. It's on top, making that figure 4. Hips tuck under, hands come to your heart. Already feel any stretching in that outer hip. Inhale. Exhale, begin to sit back into your chair. Breathe. Hold on to that drishti. And remind yourself that balance is tricky, balance is humbling, it's challenging. It's different from moment to moment, day to day, practice to practice. So allow yourself to connect to the universe and accept whatever it wants to show you today. Another inhale here. Exhale, press into that heel, lift all the way up. Release that left leg down and give yourself a good shake. So let's work to the other side. Ground that left foot down. Right foot comes on top, makes that figure 4. Inhale. Exhale. Once you find your drishti and find your balance, start to bend that left knee, sitting back in your chair. breathe. So sometimes when things get challenging, we hold our breath, but it's actually our breath that we need. Remember, our breath keeps us strong. Our breath keeps us present. Our breath keeps us peaceful. Inhale. Exhale, press into that heel. Come all the way up. Give yourself a good stretch. And now turn yourself to the top of your mat. Inhale, supine. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Send the hips back. So we opened up through the left side. We opened up through the right side. Let's lift the left toes up. Hold here. Hips are square. Feel your fingertips press into the earth. And now let's open it up. But remember to keep your shoulders square so we're not rotating with it. Both shoulders stay square as the hips open. Breathe. Lowering the left foot down. Come to your knees. Take a child's pose here. Or maybe you grab some coffee or some water. Just for a breath or two. And now come up to your table. Slide the right knee up to the right wrist. We're coming into a pigeon. Extend the left leg back. So option one, if there's any knee issues, you could keep your heel under your hip. No knee issues, you could start to cross the midline. Hips stay square. So we're not sitting on one side, we're not leaning to the other. Most likely, both hips are off the ground. Feel free to use blankets or blocks to fill the gap here if you feel the need. Check your back leg. Knee is square to the earth, toes are straight back. So I notice that a lot of times I pigeon toe here. Funny, right? Pigeon toe. But try and keep your leg nice and flat, your toes nice and square. Inhale, straighten, lengthen through your crown. And on the exhale, if it's in your practice, you can start to walk down. Now here's the deal. As you begin to walk down, notice your hips. If you start to lean to one side or lean to the other, pull back slightly. And if you're in a pigeon and you're like, I don't feel anything, next step is to work on bringing your front leg parallel to the front of your mat. And you could always take your back toes, curl them under, lift, and pull back slightly. So you get a little bit deeper of a stretch. Breathing into those outer hips. Straightening the arms. Lifting through the crown. Now you can send your weight to the right hip. Swing your left leg out in front. And swing the right leg back. So we are now on our left hip. You can find that working place of the left foot. Propping yourself up. Lift the hips up so that they're square. Find the working place. So if you want that foot under your hip, please do so. And what I didn't offer on the other side, which I apologize, is if pigeon is not for you, you could always lay on your back and take that figure four, a reclined pigeon. So once you find that positioning of your legs, that right leg is nice and square, toes are completely straight behind you. We're not sinking to one side, we're not sinking to the other. Once again, most likely both hips are off of the earth. Inhale, lengthening. And on the exhale, if it's in your practice, you could lower down without losing your form. That's the biggest thing. If you feel like you're starting to lose your form, go back. Allow your attention, allow your breath and focus to release through those hips. It may be some physical tension, but maybe there's something else gathering there. Some emotional tension, some energetic tension. Just breathe into it and see if you can soften a little bit more. Inhale, lifting up. Send your weight to one side. Sweep the legs right up front. I'm going to turn towards you, butterfly. So bottoms of your feet come together, knees splay out, and just grab your hands around those feet. Lengthen through your crown. So your knees may drop, they may stay up high, whatever it may be. Inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, instead of rounding your spine forward, I like to pull on my feet and give a little bend to my elbows. So my chest is still lifted. I'm just dropping my chest towards my feet. My gaze is still long out in front. Lifting up. Now slide the right leg under, and the left leg's going to be on top. So the left toes are going to face forward. The knee is lifted. They're not stacking on top of the other. There is supposed to be this gap. Your right toes can point. Grab your left arm, right arm around the left knee. Left fingers behind the tail. Take a little twist here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn your torso into your thigh. Gaze will follow. Maybe you give a gentle tug so you get a little bit even more of a glute stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Let's switch sides. So you can just walk it around. Bring that left leg under, the right leg is on top. So the right toes are going to face forward. Knee is lifted. Left arm wraps around, grabs that right leg. Right fingertips behind your tail. Inhale, lengthen, gentle tug as you twist. Slowly start to unwind. Going to begin to lower ourselves down to the earth. So knees are bent, feet are planted, and just begin to walk yourself down. Finding yourself with your back connected to the earth, palms come down by your sides. Now, I don't know if you can see this, I'll try and tighten up my shirt, but as soon as I dropped, I have a gap here in between my lower back and the mat. Draw the tailbone up and in, and flatten your back to the earth so that you are completely connected here other than the gap in your neck, which is just going to happen. It's a natural curvature of the spine. This is a natural curve too, but we really want to keep that lower back connected. Palms are down, shoulders roll down. Inhale. Exhale, press into the heels and lift the hips up. Find yourself in your bridge. Some deep belly breaths here. Inhale, lower halfway. Hold. Exhale, press it up. Hold. Hold the movement, not your breath. Inhale, lower halfway. Hold this positioning. Exhale, lift. halfway. Exhale, lift. Roll up onto your tiptoes. Begin to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Bring one knee in towards your chest, and then the other, gently rocking side to side. We're making little circles. Inhale, bring the forehead up to meet the knees. Exhale, slowly begin releasing one leg and then the other. Palms are down by your sides, facing up. Closing your eyes. And just allow yourself to melt into the space of Shavasana. Who or what is your source of power? Who or what are you connected to? Watch yourself as you go through your days. Where do you get your nurturing, your support, your empowerment, your energy? Does it all come from one person? Do you have a multitude of sources? Do you consider God, the divine, your ultimate source? There was a time when many of us made one person our only source. That time is past. Although special people are in our lives to be a special support, one of our lessons has been to broaden our connections, to connect to the universe, to open up to all love and support there is for us. If we use for our source only one person, one job, one place, one situation, we may encounter problems. Searching for many sources of support is a sign of our growth, a sign that we are continuing our journey. Value and cherish the people in your life who feed your soul and nurture your heart. Value and cherish the people who are special to you, who hold dear, who help support you. But don't limit your connections. Open your heart to the living universe. Open your heart to the divine love. Know that you can't get what you need from one person or place. It is if you can't get one. Know that if you can't get what you need from one person or place, it is because the universe has something or someone better for your needs and your growth. Who and what are you connected to? Are you willing to become connected to the universe? Open your heart, your mind, your soul, and let the universe teach you about divine love. Stop limiting your source to only one person. Open to a limitless source of support and energy. Open to the universe. Inviting small movement back into the body. Wiggling fingers and wiggling toes. Rolling wrists and ankles and a gentle rock of your head from side to side. Begin to make your way to one side, using one arm as a pillow and placing the other hand over your heart. Pause here just for a moment. Connect to your energy source. Feel it. Begin to make your way to your last seated position, finding hands to heart center and a gentle bow to your head.
in this moment, say something nice to yourself. Maybe it's a thanks for a practice. Show love and gratitude to all those practicing with you today. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Connect at the palms, lower your hands down to the heart, praying to always love compassionately. Bring in the thumbs to the lips, praying to always speak truthfully. Finishing off with our thumbs to the third eye, praying to always see clearly. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a wonderful day. And yeah, sending you lots of love today.